It's a great day to be Indigenous. I am so delighted to be here. I'm so delighted to be here, and I thank you for the invite. I'm glad that I'm able to travel with my daughter, and we got to travel with Yvonne over here. But I was telling a story at the first about when I was 14, a freshman in high school, coming over here and going into this building with our class. And we were all so excited. Oh, we're going to see the bigwigs. Ooh. And here we have a big picture with Slade Gordon. And all these brown children, you know, surrounding Slade Gordon. And we were all delighted because we thought this was a big deal. You know, forced colonization makes you think that way, right? And anyway, it's been such a wonderful, wonderful circle to be back here. Because in '72, I started out at Evergreen, and I see one of my classmates here. And also Deanna was one of the classmates from Evergreen at that time, Deanna Marcelli. And so it's been a long journey. And I'd like to just say, first of all, that my name is Skunku Milchin. It's rainbow. I come from the Spokane tribe, Navajo, Coeur d'Alene, and on the Dene side, my clans are the Bethlejini and the Kaidane on my mother's. My mother's Navajo and my father's Spokane. I'm a mother, a grandmother, an auntie, and today I stand before you to be here because I come from the Spokane tribe. I was born and raised there, and we ended up with 3 uranium sites, 2 mine sites and 2 mill sites. And so we're born into toxins, as are the Yakimas, as are many of the tribes, because that's how the government set it up. Resource drainage was vital in order to maintain peace during the Cold War. As a result, our people suffered. So during the time of being raised on the reservation with uranium going through, and our grandmothers and our grandfathers, our fathers and our mothers working there, our brothers, my brothers all worked there, we end up with a lot of cancer on our reservation. A lot of cancer. And we started looking into that and started to find out what's going on. How come we continually rotate death after death? And tried to get the government, tried to get the tribe involved, tried to get the government involved, and do all of the work, networking with the state agencies. Well, we developed a grassroots organization called SHAWL Society, Sovereignty, Health, Air, Water, and Land, to be able to address the concerns of our people, to be able to bring voices to the decision-making tables, because all too often it was nothing but EPA, mining, and other representatives who were at the tables making the decisions for our people. They didn't live on the lands. They didn't die on the lands. And we said we have a right to be at these tables. So we fought to be at the tables and got on board. Pretty soon we had local networking efforts coming to help us with other non-native nonprofits, and had developed networking across the nation through Indigenous Environmental Network and the Western Mining Action Network. And so it brought a lot of good people and resources to help our community to look at the mortality rates and look at why we were so sick and what can we do to change this for future generations. And how do we address the toxins that are going through our water, that our elk and our deer, as we continue subsistence living with our roots and our medicines, how do we prevent ourselves from getting sick when we are continuing to gather, we're continuing to harvest the animals? How do we do that for our people? And it was a matter of education. And part of that education was bringing in our young people. And this is, my daughter is here today with me, and she graduated from the University of Washington with environmental science degree. And I'm just so very pleased that not only are we here because all of us care about the Earth Mother, all of us care about our people, but it only makes it strong. For me, when I see like-minded people, there's joy, because you know there's always going to be hope, and there's movement that people are going to help our Earth Mother heal so that humanity can go forward, and that our animal friends and everything, that we can still go forward as humanity in spite of Trump. It's just to the point of ridiculousness. Anyway, we're not even wasting energy there. But, you know, I'm a person, I've been in recovery for 35 years. It was very important that people help me through that. And it's very important because it helped lift the fog and move forward on behalf of the people. And it's not easy. It's never an easy trek to go against the grain. We all know that. But we keep our faith. We find like-minded people to stay strong. We keep our prayers. We drink our water daily to help us so that our great-grandchildren, we know that there's something in place, because we all know that our ancestors sacrificed for us in every way so that we can be standing here today. So I'm just so very grateful to be here, to see all of you, and I have no regret about the work that has happened, that the intentions have been good, and that it will continue, that our people will prosper in spite of Trump. So I would like my daughter to come forward and speak to you. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. And thank you for caring for this man. Lem Lynch.
Good morning. My name is Twa le Abrahamson Swan, and I wanted to talk a little bit about just today because of thank the organizers for the event and thank all of the work that led up to getting this day proclaimed here. I know it's a lot of work. We did the same in Spokane, and it's great to see the same movement happening across cities across the country, as states across the country. And we traveled over today because of the theme, honoring Indigenous women. And I really wanted to, be here to support my mom. And we have another tribal member you may know, Sherman Alexie. And one of the things that he did a few years ago, my mom was, she was awarded a River Hero Award for her environmental work. And so he wrote a poem for her. So I'm going to try to get through it. It's called Sonnet with Honor for Deb Abrahamson. On the Spokane Indian Reservation, there's a lovely little stream of water called Blue Creek. I used to swim in that creek. Every Spokane Indian swam in that creek. That creek sits below the uranium mine, now closed, but still unclean, unclean, unclean. For years, Dawn Mining has refused to take care of their radioactive mess. The U.S. government's only advice, don't eat the game in the vicinity of the mine. As if there were one kind of deer that gravitated toward abandoned uranium mines and another kind that stayed away from radioactivity. How many years did I swim in that creek? 18. 18 years of radioactivity. I will die of cancer. That is my destiny. It is the destiny of most Spokane Indians on the reservation. Oh, when we think of Indian warriors, we always think of men in war paint. But we should really think of Indian women in blue jeans. Not warriors with rifles and arrows, but warriors with patience and discipline. I think of Deb Abrahamson in her Pendleton jacket, hanging down past her knees. I think of her scaring the shit out of white men in ill-fitting suits. I think of her fighting for her tribe. There is no cure for cancer. Uranium has a half-life of 4.4 billion years. But Deb Abrahamson's love for her tribe and her love for the earth and her love of all that is holy and good has an eternal half-life. We cannot defeat cancer, but we can defeat hate. We cannot defeat money, but we can defeat inertia. We cannot defeat radioactivity, but we can defeat cold hearts. Did you know that hawks sing honor songs for the sky? Did you know that deer sing honor songs for the earth? Did you know that salmon sing honor songs for the water? Listen, listen. If you listen closely, then you will hear the hawk, deer, and salmon sing honor songs for Deb Abrahamson. And I sing with them. I sing 1,000 songs for her. I honor her, I honor her, I honor her. Thank you.